Okay, now we look how want to perform the unit root test. For this example, we using the 3-month TB rates. You can look this data which is already given to you. NQRT data NQRT data is referred to the unit root test for the 3 bill rates. 3 bill rates. Okay, let's say we look at data in the data. Okay, this is our data. Okay, so we look this data and then okay, this is the data in the data in the file of ITQRT. ITQRT. Data in QRT. There is a R3, R6, and R12, and so on. Okay, so the RT is referred to the bond. The price of the bond. The rate of the bond for the 3 months. For the 3 months. Okay. Okay, to perform the unit root test, okay, we using based on this formula. For unit root test based on this formula. The different of RT, we regress to the RT T minus 1. RT minus 1 look, and then of course we look the value of the theta, and of course from t-test what we have discussed before. Our hypothesis is the HO is theta is equal to 0 and the HA, the theta is less than 0. So for this one, we say that the unit root is exist, or we can call it as the non-stationary, and the alternative is the unit root is not exist, or our data is stationary. And like I said before, in time series analysis, we want, or we must make sure that our data must be stationary. Our data must be stationary. And stationary is referred to what? Stationary is referred to the when our mean, the variance, and also the covariance is constant over time. Constant over time. Okay, let's say we look how we want to perform this test by data. Okay, this is our model, and then let's say this only for describe the data. You can this is only the option only the option you can describe the data, and let's say we perform the test. Okay, because the original data, if you look the original data, okay, this one the original data for RT, the name of the series of the year or the series of the time is not given, so we need to generate. We need to generate manually for the time series. For the time series, generate for the variable of the time. Generate variable of the time. Okay. So how to do that? We just this the command command bastata generate time and doing something like this time, and then of course, and then we can see that the time is already generated. Okay, this one 1 2 3 4 5, and then we can see that there is 124 period. 124 period, maybe it's referred to the months. Maybe refer to the month. If refer to month means that we deal 124 months. 124 months. If this data is referred to the quarterly, so it means that we have the 124 quarterly. Okay. After we have generate the we call it the time variable, and then we regress based on this model. We regress based on this model. This one, okay, this model. We regress based on this model. Okay, so the model we can see that this one. Okay, we using the REG. We regress by the LS. Regress by the LS. Type REG D.R3 means that this one is referred to what? Is referred to the different of the R3 and regress to the R3 leg 1. Okay, this one R3 leg 1. Okay, and then we look the data. Okay, and then the result is okay. I regress again. Refresh again. Okay. Okay, this is the result. Okay, we can see that based on this what you call it result, we can see that the value of the theta is negative 0.9, negative 0.9, and the value of the t is negative 2.47. This is the value lah. So I just type here. So the theta is negative 0.09, 0.091, and the value of the t statistic is negative 2.47. Okay, so now we want to make decision whether whether the HO is rejected or not. Okay, based on look again the the HO is theta is equal to 0 and the HA theta is less than 0. Okay, so now we want to make decision whether the negative 2.47 is on, let's say if we assume this is our distribution. Okay. If you assume that our distribution is something like this. Okay. And then of course we want to know that whether the negative 2.47 is belong into the HO region or as the HA region. And then of course we need to get the critical value. And we need to get the critical value. Okay, for this case, let us say before, we cannot get or compare the critical value from the T table, cannot. Because it said that the distribution is not follow the T distribution. So we need to using the Dickey-Fuller table. Dickey-Fuller table, so means that we need to get the value of the tau critical. We need to get the value of the tau critical. Okay, so the value of tau critical, okay, based on I already given here. This is the value of the tau. Or the critical Dickey-Fuller. Okay, and then look again the size sample. Okay, like how to pick up this we call it value. Okay. Okay, so I type here. Okay. Okay. Okay, this one. Okay. Okay, we can see that. Look again the we call it the n. Okay, the value of the n. I put here. Okay, the value of the n. The n is this one. Observation is 1 to 3. 1 to 3. This is our observation. And of course the value of the tau statistic. This one, tau statistic. It's not T critical. It's not T statistic. It's referred to the tau critical. Tau critical. Tau statistic. Tau statistic is negative 2.47. Okay. For this analysis, of course, we don't interested to look the value of the coefficient. Actually, we want to look whether based on this regression, we want to know that whether the value of the theta, the value of the theta is significant or not. Means that the HO is rejected or not. Based on this hypothesis, based on this hypothesis, the theta is rejected or not. Right? Okay. Okay, so we have the n 1 to 3, 123, and the tau statistic is negative 2.47. Okay, and then look again the table. In this case, we don't using we're not using the table. Not using the table T. We're using the table Dickey-Fuller. We're using the table Dickey-Fuller. Okay, so look this table. Okay, and then of course the value of the n is 1 to 3, and the value of the n is 1 to 3. So 1 to 3, because there is no 1 to 3, we get the close number. Okay, so the close number is 100, and the close number is 100. And then okay, like I said before, we don't using this one, because this refers to the joint hypothesis. we only concentrate this one. Okay, this is for the non-constant. This is referred to the when our model as the constant. This is of the constant and the trend. Okay, based on our regression, okay, our regression is we have the trend and we have the constant, right? Look, this one we have the what you call it? Okay, we have the constant. We have the constant. Look, this one. Okay, we have the constant. This one we have the constant. So now we pick up. We using this one. Okay, we using the sample size. Okay, now we want to pick up the critical value. Critical value. So critical value is we pick up the 100, and of course because our analysis we put the constant. So let's say if we choose the 5% significant level, our value of the tau is negative 2.87. So the tau okay, so the value of the tau critical is negative 2.87. 87. Okay, look again the result from the SATA. Okay, result from the SATA, so that the value of the tau statistic is negative 2. Okay, tau statistic is negative 2.47. Okay, let's see if we draw the graph. We draw the graph. Okay, and then of course the value of the critical is negative 2.87. Okay, so the HO is the HA. So the value statistic is negative 2.47. So the value negative 2.7 is belong into the HO region. HO region. So in this case, based on this hypothesis, equal to 1, less than 1. Okay, based on this hypothesis, we can see that the HO is failed to reject. So the HO, when the HO is failed to reject, means that we accept the HO, means that our data is non-stationary. This is the result. This is our result from the unit root test. It's proof that, it's shown that our data for the R3 is non-stationary. Non-stationary. Okay. Okay, so test means the time series of the 3-month T-bill have the unit root or non-stationary in the level form. Okay, because the data of the data 3-month T-bill is non-stationary, so we cannot using this data. We cannot using this data because the value of the mean, the value of the variance, and also the value of the covariance is non-consistent over time. Or in other words, this data is not stationary. So how we want to make this data stationary means that so the strategy is we must to different the data. Different the data. This is the way how we want to make the data stationary. We need to different the data. We need to different the data. Okay, because the series is not stationary in level form, we must different the data to make the series become stationary. Okay, and then after, because we different the data, of course, now our model is become something like this lah. Become something like this. The different square R3, we regress to the different R3T minus 1 or the leg 1, or the leg 1. Okay, this is referred to the second different. This second different, and this is referred to the first different. Actually, whether the series is supposed, we perform the unit root test. We perform the unit root test whether in for the level form or for the first different is based on this one. Based on this one. For this one is referred to the first different. This one is referred to the first different. But for this one, for this equation, this is referred to the level form. This level form, and then this for the first different. Okay, because we perform the first different, because why? Because our data is non-stationary in the level form. We have proved that from this regression, our data is non-stationary in a level form. So what we must do, make the different the data to make it stationary. Okay. After we different the data, means that this one, after we different the data, and now we perform the test for unit root test. Means that we perform the unit root test for the different data. Okay, and then we look the result. What's happened when what's the result when we get when we using the data in the first different. Okay, so how I want to doing the data regress this model in the first different. Okay, so we still using REG, but the data must be in a for the dependent variable. The data must be at in a second different. So we put the D2. D2 is referred to the second different dot R3, second different, and regress to the first different, DLR3. Means that we want to first different at the leg 1. First different at the leg 1. Okay, this is the we call it the command for the starter. Okay, look, means that actually this one is referred to the this okay, R3 T, and for this one is referred to the different R3 T minus 1. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's say now we regress the data. We regress the data and the first different, and then we can see that the value of the tau, statistic tau now is quite is very significant. The value is highly very negative, very negative value, negative 12. We can see that we get the negative 12. Okay, of course, we can see that negative 12.30 means that we the value of negative 12.30 is belong into the HA region. HA region, because okay, if we draw again the we call it this one, the we call it the region of the HO and the HA, region of O and the HA. The T critical is negative 2.87, based on this this table, and we using still using the same negative 2.87, same value, and negative 2.87. This one negative 2.87, and yet our tau statistic is negative 12. Of course, negative 12 is somewhere at the HA region. So means that based on the hypothesis testing, we can reject HO. We successful to reject HO. So means that our data is stationary or no unit root test. Okay, so from this result, Okay. We can say that the R3 is integrated at the I1. We can see that the RT now is integrated at the I1 or I0, I1 this one. If we test the R3 is stationary at the level form, we using this what we call it, this symbol integrate at I0. This is case for the when R3 is stationary at the level form, But from the previous test, we have proved that the R3 is non-stationary at the level form. That's why we different the data. After we different the data and then perform the test again, we can see that the data is stationary at the first different. Because the R3 is stationary at the first different, so means that the R3 is integrated at the I1, not I0. Not I0, is I1. Means that the R3 is stationary at the at the first different. At the first different. Okay. Okay, so we also need to test for the unit root in the model with more complicated dynamic. Okay, this is very simple analysis. This one, for body. This the test is what we had learned before. We're using the unit test based on this equation, right? Okay, look this one. Okay, so we regress. Let's say yt. We regress to the alpha plus theta. Okay, I forget to tell you that. Okay, to perform the Dickey-Fuller test, we have the three type of Dickey-Fuller test. Three type. The first one is without intercept. The second one is with intercept, and the third one is intercept and the trend. Based on this table, based on this table. Based on this table, we have this one. We have the without intercept, with intercept, intercept and trend. Okay, so we have the three type of the Dickey-Fuller test. We have the three type of the Dickey-Fuller test. Intercept, without intercept, intercept, intercept and trend. So what's the form of the equation for these three type of the Dickey-Fuller? Dickey-Fuller. So this one for the without intercept, our model, our equation for the unit root test becomes something like this. Okay, this is type of the Dickey-Fuller without intercept. So if we perform the Dickey-Fuller without intercept, you need to choose or pick up the critical table from this row, from this column, from this column. Okay, for the Dickey-Fuller test with intercept, so our equation, our model becomes something like this. So this is intercept and then plus theta yt minus 1 plus the error term. Okay, this is which intercept. With intercept and trend means that we put the time trend in our model, in our equation, we become something like this. Yt minus 1 plus, let's say, trend t plus et. And we put the time trend. Means that we put the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a proxy for the time. Proxy for the time in our equation. Okay, so this is three type of the Dickey-Fuller test. Three type of Dickey-Fuller test. Okay. Okay, this test we can use we can apply t-test without the problem if we assume that the error, this one, the error is not correlated. If the error is not correlated, means that there's no problem. If the error is not correlated, of course there is no problem about this test. The result we get is not biased. The result we get and the test we perform to look whether the theta is equal to 0 or theta is less than 1, and the hypothesis testing is not biased. But if the error is correlated, in other words, there is the serial correlation in the error, so means that our result maybe can be biased. So the DK and Fuller introduce what we call it as a augmented DK Fuller. I introduce another test, what we call it as the augmented DK Fuller. So DK Fuller modify this equation with adding the different of the YT. Different of the YT. Okay, forget this one. For this one, we put different this one. So we put the in this case we put the dependent variable as the explanatory variable into this equation at the another leg. Which the leg? Okay, let's say for this one. Okay, we have the same as the DQ Fuller. There is no intercept. Which intercept? With intercept and trend. And then this model will become something like this. Okay. Our equation will become this one. Okay. Yt equal to theta yt minus 1. We add this one dependent variable as independent variable. Yt minus 1 plus et. Okay, so this is referred to the leg 1. We put the dependent variable as an exponent variable at the leg 1. And then of course we can also put so many another distribute leg in this model. We got something like this. Okay, we put yt minus 2. Okay, yt minus 2. And dot until the different yt minus I plus the error. Okay, plus the error. And we can type something like this lah to make simplify. Until n. Okay, I put so. Okay, I forget to put the what you call it the sorry, I put the coefficient. I forget to put the coefficient. Okay, this one plus let's say we put the gamma 1 different yt minus 1 plus say gamma 2 different yt minus 2 until the gamma I different yt minus I plus the error. And we can make simplify something like this lah. Yt equal to the minus 1 plus the theta I different y t minus I, and then the I is start from 1 until n, plus the error term. Okay, this is for the okay, this when we put the augmented, when put the different of yt, some this one, so means that we using the augmented Dickey-Fuller, augmented Dickey-Fuller. So for the intercept, our model becomes something like this: yt equal to the intercept plus theta yt minus 1 plus the augmented, and plus et. Okay, and for the without intercept with trend, our model becomes something like this: theta yt minus 1 plus, and then lambda t for the trend, and we put the augmented. We put the augmented plus et. Okay. Okay, so of course, because we put the augmented, this one also augmented, so means that we using the augmented Dickey-Fuller. This is the difference between the Dickey-Fuller and augmented Dickey-Fuller. For the Dickey-Fuller test, this one we don't put the dependent variable as the exponential variable, with the lag, and then for the Dickey-Fuller, we put the augmented this one. And we put this one because we want to take account or to take care the serial correlation in the error. Usually when we put this one, the serial correlation is no longer exists. When we put the augmented, or we put the exponential variable as the exponential variable, dependent variable as exponential variable with the lag, the serial correlation is no longer exists. No longer exists. Okay. How about the hypothesis? The hypothesis is still same. For this one, the hypothesis is still same. And the hypothesis for this one, we still look the HO, the theta is equal to 0, and the HA, the theta is less than 0. We still interested or focus to look the value of the theta. We look the theta. The theta is the hypothesis the theta is equal to 0 or the theta is less than 0. Same as this one, same as the Dickey-Fuller, same as the Dickey-Fuller, this one, and the hypothesis for this one, we can see that also the hypothesis is the theta is still 0 for the HO, and the HA is the theta is less than 0. So we, for this Dickey-Fuller and augmented Dickey-Fuller, we still stick into the same hypothesis. Now we stick into the same hypothesis. Only the difference between the Dickey-Fuller, this one, and augmented Dickey-Fuller is, for the augmented Dickey-Fuller, we augmented it with the dependent variable as the exponential variable with the lag. So the issue now, how many lag we want to use? Okay, how many lag we want to use? Okay, we can choose the optimum lag by the AIC and the BIC lah. AIC or BIC. Key information criterion or Bayesian information criterion. We based on this criterion to choose the optimum lag. Whether the lag visible leg is 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or maybe 4 or maybe 5 or and so on lah. It's based on the AIC or PIC, optimum leg. Okay. Okay, whatever it is, based on our analysis, our analysis for the DQ Fuller test, we can see that the we call it the series of the R3 is non-stationary. The series of the R3 is non-stationary at the first difference, but stationary at the second first different. So means that when we using this we call it equation R3, when we regress or using this unit root test, kita R3 T minus 1 plus ET. Okay, when we perform this test for the R3 based on this equation, means that in the label form, we can see that the data is non-stationary. Non-stationary. That's why we need to different the data. We need to different the data of R3. When we different the data R3, now our model, the test will become something like this. And the test for the model will become something like this. And we the second different for the different dependent variable alpha and different for the R3 and for the explanatory variable, the like one and ET. Okay. And when we test this one and the first difference, we can see that the test of the unit test so that the data is stationary. And the data is stationary when at the first difference for the R3. So means that the R3 is integrated at the I1. So if you look this symbol R3 integrate I1, so means that the series is stationary at the first difference. If R3 integrate at I0, so means that the series is stationary at the level form. So this how we treat the data in the level form and the first difference is not same. We will discuss after this lah. And after this, we look how we want to treat the data in the label form and the first difference. First difference. You must to know that. You must to make sure that whether your data or your series is I1 or I0. I1 or I0. Okay. Okay, this is for the augmented decay Fuller. I have shown you, and then how we want to perform. Okay, let's say we using the data of the inflation, Pillows data. We want to perform the augmented decay Fuller test. And then, but for this case, for augmented decay Fuller test, this one we using the leg one. Leg one. This one we using the leg one. This is referred to the ADF. ADF, and then we using the Philips data. Okay, this Philips data. Okay, this is the data. This is the data of the Philips data. Okay, this is the data, but we only concentrate to the inflation. We only concentrate to the inflation. Okay, let's say we regress this data based on this equation. Okay, based on this equation, we regress the data. Okay, we set the year and then we regress. This one reg D INF. Okay, this one. Okay, I just show you. Okay, this one. Okay, for this one. Okay, this is referred to the different INF, different Y lah. Okay. Okay, this refer different Y. YT. Okay, for the symbol lah. Okay, this one. Okay, is referred to the. We have the. Okay, this one is referred to the theta YT minus 1 L INF. INF, and this one is referred to the augmented. Augmented. It's referred to the different YT minus 1. This one DL. Plus the error lah. Plus the error. Okay. Okay, let's say we regress. Now we regress the data. Okay, and then this and this is the result. This is the result. We can see that the value of the tau statistic is negative. This one. This INF. Okay, this look carefully when to look the value, because we want to focus the value of the theta. I want to focus on the value of the theta. So which one is the theta? This one. This is the value of the YT. The value of the YT. So this one. This is the value of the theta, and the statistic for the theta is negative 3.02. Negative 3.02. Not this one. This one is referred to the augmented. This coefficient referred to the augmented. We don't interested to look the coefficient and the statistic value for the augmented. We are interested to look the theta. This refer to the theta, and the value is negative 2.02. Okay. Okay, so the value of the theta is negative 0.03 and negative 0.3. This one is 0.3003, and the value of the tau statistic. Look again the tau statistic. At the 5% is negative 3.02 and negative 2.02 because the value of observation is 47. Look, the value of the number of observation is 47. Put this one, the data. Okay, 47. We have the constant and 47, and the value 47. So 47 is close to 50 lah. We put this one, and at the 5%, at the 1%. Let's say we put the 1%, we get the negative 3.58. Negative 3.58. Okay. Tau statistik theta. Okay, negative 2.93. Negative 2.3 means that we pick the 5%. Forgive 5%. This one 5%, negative 2.93. Negative 2.93. Okay. Look this. Look this one. Okay. So the value of the theta estimated is negative 0.3. This value we not interested. We only interested to look the value of the tau statistic. Tau statistic. Okay. This one is tau statistic. And then we must compare to the tau critical. Tau critical. So if you choose the statistical level as 0.05, 5%, and 50, the tau critical is negative 2.93. So of course, it's very clear that the negative 2.93 is larger compared to the negative 3.03. So we successfully reject the HO. So HO is rejected. And the HO theta is equal to 0. The HA theta is less than 0, means that the HO is rejected. So test means the time series of implicit in the label form not have the unit root, or we can call it as the dictionary, and we can denote it by the inflation INF integrate at I0. Integrate at I0. So means that the data of the inflation is stationary at the level form. At the level form. Okay. Okay. Beside the manually, what we have done before, we doing by the manually. This one we doing by manually. By manually, the Stata also provide the specific command to perform the unit root test. To perform the unit root test, and the command is dkeyfuller. The command is dfuller. Dfuller. This is the special command provided by the Stata to perform the unit root test. To perform the unit root test with the dkeyfuller test. Based on the dkeyfuller test. Okay, so how I want to do in this one? Okay, this is very simple one. So means that we don't we don't using the reg, something like this, reg, and then we put the dependent variable, independent variable, something like this. We just put the command dkeyfuller. Okay, look this one. The command is okay. So the command is dfuller. We type the dfuller. After dfuller, we put the what's the series we want to test. Because in this case we want to test the INF. So type INF. Okay, type INF. Okay, type INF. Okay. Okay, and then this is the option. Okay, if we don't put the leg, this one, we don't put the leg. So means that our test will become dkeyfuller test, because means that we don't put the augmented. We don't put the augmented. So our test will become dkeyfuller test. If we want to perform the augmented dkeyfuller test, we must specify the number of the leg. We must specify the number of the leg. This one. In this case, we put the leg 1. So means that the leg 1 means that the augmented the what you call it, the augmented or the dependent variable we put as the exponent variable with the leg 1, leg 1 and 0, something like this lah. KT R intercept, KTC is referred to the theta, and this one augmented refer to this one we become something like this, 1 different YT minus 1 plus error term. This is augmented like 1. If like 2 means that sigma 1 YT minus 1 plus sigma 2 different YT minus 2 and so on. But for our case, for our example, we just put the leg 1. Because we put the leg 1, now the test will become augmented dkeyfuller. If we don't put these legs, our test will become dkeyfuller. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's say we perform this test. Now we perform this test. This one, dkeyfuller. Okay. And then there's another option, reg. So if we don't put the reg, so the Stata will not display the regression, the output regression manually. Output regression manually. Okay, let's say I don't put this one. I just don't put this one. I just erase the reg. Okay, what happened? Dkeyfuller test. Okay, this is the result lah. Okay. Okay, the advantage if you're using this command dkeyfuller is the Stata will provide the value of the critical. The critical value is provided. So in this, so we don't need to check or pick up the critical value from the table. So because the critical value is already given by the Stata. This is the advantage if you're using this command. Look, this one. This is the 1%, 5%, and 10%. This is the value of the critical. This is the critical value. This one critical value for the 1%. This critical value for 5%. This is the critical value for 10%. This is the T statistic. This is referred to the tau. Refer to the theta. The statistic value for the theta or the tau statistic lah. The tau statistic. So and then of course we need to compare. And we need to compare this one to this one. Which one you want to, what the Sneken label we want to choose. If we choose 5%, so means that the value of the tau critical is -2, but the value of the tau statistic is -3, means that the T statistic is much smaller compared to the tau critical. So means that we can reject HO. HO is rejected. So HO is rejected. So this is the advantage if we using the Dickey Fuller. The command Dickey Fuller, dfuller. Command dfuller, because we don't need to compare or get the critical value from the table. The critical value automatically provided by the Stata. Okay. Okay, so what happened if I put the REG? Back again, what happened I put the REG option? Okay, if I put REG REG option, the Stata will provide this one, the table for the regression, the output for the regression. You can see that on this one. You can see that this value negative, this value of the statistic, for the theta. The theta is this one. This one for the theta. We can see that the value is same. This one. The value is came from here. Actually, of course, in the Dickey Fuller test, actually we are interested to look the tau statistic. We don't interested to look the value of the coefficient or standard error, whatever. We only interested to look the tau statistic because we want to make decision. We want to make decision whether the HO theta equal to 0 and the HA theta is less than 0 is rejected or not. If fail to reject means that unit root is exist. If the HO fail to reject, if HO is rejected, so means that unit root is not exist or our data is stationary. Our data is stationary. Okay. So from this result, Dickey Fuller, we can see that for the series that have the clear time trend, we need to modify. Okay, and then from this example, so we can make decision that our data is stationary because HO is rejected, right? The HO is rejected. We can see that from this one, the value of the test tau statistic -3 is much smaller compared to this one. If you choose 5% as an equilibrium, so the HO is rejected. The HO is rejected. Okay.